let's get right into it. The first thing that I have for you guys, now I've been seeing a ton of comments regarding payouts. So a lot of questions around how do these payouts work? How can Titan keep paying out this amount of TITANX? How does this work? Or not TITANX, but how can you keep paying out ETH? Are these payouts sustainable? Is it a scam? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down to you how this all works. So you know that the money's not just being pulled from thin air. It's not unsustainable, so to speak. It is perfectly reasonable where it's all coming from and why these payouts are occurring in the way they are. So let's pause right there and let's go to the mining site. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to break you. We're going to look at the payouts. Okay, so first, I've had a lot of comments about, like I was saying, about these 8-day, 28. How can these just keep going into perpetuity? How is this possible? Well, they don't just come from, like, the system itself isn't generating them. It's not just getting populated with ETH from nowhere. So these cycles, 8-day, 28, 90, 369, and 888-day payout cycles, these cycles roll into perpetuity. But every time a payout cycle resets, that does not guarantee that the next one is going to have as much. It doesn't also guarantee that the next payout of that cycle won't have more. It all depends on the one thing that feeds all these payout cycles, and that is miners. When you mine, or I mine, or anybody mines, 62% goes to what is called buy and burn, which I've actually been getting a lot of questions in the buy and burn as well, both in private calls and just on YouTube and other comments as well. So we can go over that in a little bit, but 62% goes to the buy and burn. And actually right now it's 69%, but we'll get into that maybe a little bit later. That's a little Easter egg. But what happens is there's obviously 38% left over. 28% of that goes and gets distributed to these payout pools. And 28%, so if you can think about 28% that's taken from these miners, right? That is 100% of that bit that it gets, right? That 28%, whatever that is a certain amount. And of that 28%, 28% of that goes to the 8-day cycle, and 28% goes to the 28-day payout cycle. So these ones generate their payout cycle amounts the quickest. Why? Which is why we're seeing the 28-day payout cycle for the next one is almost 3 million. And though the 8-day payout cycle literally just finished only 2 days and is on its 3rd day now, it's already generated $237,000 in this next payout cycle. So that's as simple as it is. It's nothing complex. It's nothing back-end weird like admin stuff. It's just straight up and down. What you and I put in contributes to other parts of the system. And when we place value into the system, that value gets dispersed. It doesn't just go poof, gone. It gets dispersed to different areas of the system to leverage that value and allow others or other pieces of the system to attract users or to support the market, like the buy and burn is. And in this case, 28% of all the value that comes into this system gets placed into these pools. So you and I, or anyone that wants to, can go in and stake by going to the stake page here and typing in our amount that we want to stake for, as well as the number of days that we want to stake for. And we'll get into the specifics of this in a bit, because there's a calculator on here that I want to go to. But where you can go, like, you might be thinking, okay, how do I know this? Well, it's actually really simple. I'm not just I haven't gone on the blockchain and done everything, but what I have done, and it's very simple, is you go to the documentation under the More tab. You click Docs. And then when this loads, we go to virtual mining, mining ETH distribution on the left-hand side here. And then if we scroll down just a tad, we're going to get this distribution breakdown right here, ETH distribution. 62% of ETH gets sent to the decentralized buy and burn. 28% goes to the payout cycles, 7% goes to the burn pool, and 3% of ETH goes to Genesis. And if we were to go, I think there's even, if we go to the payouts, Can't remember exactly which one. I think it's staking here. We go down to the staking distribution. It's going to show us even further that 8 and 28 get 28% of that 28% that is sent to the staking, and 18% goes to the 90-day. 18% also goes to 369, and 8% goes to the 888-day rolling payout. And all these are into perpetuity. So what I want you to gather from this is these cycles will continue on forever. It does not necessarily mean that ETH is going to be in every single payout. ETH will only be in the payouts if people are participating in the system. If no one's participating in the system, there is going to be probably no ETH in those payouts for the shorter term ones. And for the longer term ones, if it's dead for a while, once the 93, 69, and 888-day payouts are done, they're probably not going to regenerate. So these staking payouts only work because there's participation in the system right now.
Thank you so much for watching this clip. If you enjoyed it and you want to watch the whole stream, there is a link to the full stream in the description, as well as all the links to any guests that you're seeing in this stream as well. If you want coaching from me directly, you can go to the links in the description for either a 30-minute or 1-hour call. I also have a book on Amazon that you can get in either paperback, hard copy, or Kindle, which the Kindle is absolutely free, as well as a free version of the book on my website in PDF format. So thank you again for watching this clip. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you again very soon in the next one. Peace.